Hello Magic fans, I'm Beef and welcome back to another Historic Brawl gameplay video, and today we are playing Infinite Guideline Station, one of the spacecraft from Edge of Eternities. Now this is going to be a very quick deck check because I'm feeling quite under the weather. But Infinite Guideline Station is a 5 mana Wooburg commander, and it has, when it enters, we create tap 2/2 colourless robot artifact creature token for each multicoloured permanent we control, and if we get up to 12 or more charge counters by stationing it, when it becomes a 7/15 flyer, and whenever it attacks, we draw a card for each multicoloured permanent we control. So this is quite a powerful ability. Basically, you know, we're getting it down and we're going to be creating 4, 5, 6 2/2s. They do enter tapped, which is, I suppose, a downside, but otherwise it'd be far too powerful. And then if we get a chance to attack, which we have more likely to do the next turn because we can station it with all the 2/2s we've created, we can then draw that many cards as well. So as you can imagine, we do have a deck full of multicoloured creatures, and a lot of the cards we have, I'm not going to go through all of them, are basically multicoloured ramp spells like Skull Prophet, which taps for black or green, One-Tail Mentor that taps for red or green, Marrowleaf Pixie that taps for blue or green, same for Root Coil Creeper, and even things like Deathrite Shaman, which obviously can be used to ramp, and Wrist, which is a 1 mana multicoloured spell. We also do have Leyline Guildpact, which when it if it is an open hand, we can start with it on the battlefield. And every non-land permanent we control is all colours. This is great because obviously it turns all mana rocks into multicoloured creatures, or Birds of Paradise, Delighted Halfling, Ennoble Hierarch, or the best one is Bloom Tender and Feybar Elder, because Bloom Tender and Feybar Elder each tap, basically for each colour among permanents you control, add 1 mana of that colour, and Feybar Elder will also get +1/+1 for each colour permanents we control. So in theory, we can get down Infinite Guideline Station on turn 2 if we have the Leyline in our opening hand and have a untapped land and a Chrome Mox. We exile something and then play Bloom Tender on turn 1, and on turn 2 Bloom Tender will tap for 5. We cast Infinite Guideline Station, and I think then we would have 4, multicoloured permanents, so we'll create 4 2/2s. Just quickly going to go through some of the non-multicoloured spells, because obviously you want multicoloured spells. So we do have Intruder Alarm, which I haven't actually got the chance to draw and play it, but one of the downsides to the Guideline Station is because the robot enter tapped, we basically take a turn off, where if we're about to die, then it doesn't really stop it happening. When an Intruder Alarm, creatures don't untap as normal, but have a whenever a creature enters, untap all creatures. This would mean our robots enter untapped, meaning we could then either station straight away or have an army of blockers. Same thing with Erebos, it just gives all creatures we control lifelink. It helps us get into the long game or the mid game if we're up against a very fast deck. And then we have World Weaver. I think this is going to be in every single green Brawl deck. It's from Alchemy. Whenever you cast a creature spell, seek a land card and put a battlefield tapped. And then things like Chimil, which is a great value engine as well. Technically colourless, not a single colour anyway. So that's the deck. Mana base, we only have a few basic lands. We don't have any of the Savale lands because we do want to get things out quickly before we play our Infinite Guideline Station. So we have all the fetch lands, all the shock lands, I think all the not all the trines, but all the Streets of New Capenna tri-lands, and then the World Tree as well, which along with Chromatic Lantern and Leyline Guildpact means our land stat for a mana of any colour. So that's the deck. It is really fun. You're not going to win any. You're not going to win a huge amount of games. You're going to win, probably about 50-50. But it is fun when it all goes off. The only downside to this deck from a content point of view is you very rarely get to attack, because it is a bit win more. If you create 5 2/2s and then you get your next turn still alive, you've got 5 2/2s on the battlefield, which can swing the game dramatically. And then if you can, station your Infinite Guideline Station, the turn off, it comes down, attack in, draw 5 cards, you're probably winning anyway, and your opponent often just scoops when you do that. So that is the only downside to it. But it's a very fun deck. Hope you all enjoy it. If you do, please remember to like and subscribe. I'd like to give a shout out to my patrons. They are Arcadius, Mihal, Thomas and Adrian. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you everyone else for your support, and I'll see you all in my gameplay. Our opponent goes first. We need a blue land. So I think we fetch with the Mesa. This is annoying, actually. We maybe Baleful Strixin on turn 2. They are exploring. Next turn we can probably root coil creeper. What do they have? Chainsaw. Lela's Creeper and Reese. No. We'll get down at the Pixie. And next turn we should be able to Guideline Station. If we're not dead. Oh, we are dead. Or not. And we can still uh 5, 7. No, we can't quite. I think Feybar Elder needs to stay back on defense. So we can't tap it. Well, that's annoying. Yeah, we'll take 5. There's a Mystic. But at least we can get the station down again. What are they searching for? Whatever it is, it's taken them a long time. Yeah, Shadow Spear. Let's just get a mountain. And let's Urza. You. Do you have another artifact removal spell? I suppose as a creature now, any removal spell will do. What are they putting into play? Huh. There's a Shadow Spear. And a Rampant Growth. But now you kind of touched a Shadow Spear. That was really, really weird. We go first. An okay hand. So as we can either Ruby or Growth Spiral. Oh, good. I think we Growth Spiral. That had haste anyway. Well, I think we get down Inga and a Seeker. A pretty chunky blocker. Well. I'm not sure why I didn't attack with both. If they had a damage spell. Well, let's get down Ruby. Let's get down Kavu. And let's get down the Proving Ground. There is Ognis. Well, they're tapped, so they can't do anything this turn. Let's get down Intruder Alarm. And let's dash Ragavan. They'll untap anyway. We don't have any cards to discard. But let's get rid of their flashback. Obviously they can and most likely will chump Ragavan. Well, not chump. Trade with Ragavan, that's fine. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Only cast creature spells. So we have to wait till next turn to get out of the guideline station. They seem to be a mono red deck, which is interesting for obviously they don't need more than one colour. Well, we're going to take a whack. You, and you. So it's a 7-15. Up against mono red, they might have artifact destruction. Do they? They do not. And they scoop. Our opponent goes first. They need to play Rafine's Tower so we can Growth Spiral turn 2. Otherwise, I suppose it equals out with ramp. There's a chance we draw untapped blue source. But yeah, I think we Rafine's Tower, Stomping Ground, turn 2, Growth Spiral, Blood Crypt. And obviously hope we draw the extra land, because ramping like that only works if you then hit your land drops. Otherwise it just becomes hitting your land drops. And we do need another blue source for Rafine's Tower. I find it weird that they released Ignoble Hierarch. I think it was part of the MTG Arena anthologies, but they've not released Noble Hierarch on Arena, which is the original. Our opponent took their while. So do we find a blue source? Untapped blue source. No. We find a blue source, but it's not untapped. But it does mean we can Anthem of Champions. Well, let's... And then we can just grow Spiral. Put a Blood Crypt into play. And we drew another land, which is good. Well, we will Hierarch. Let's Feybarra Elder, because then when we get down the Guideline Station, it can tap for everything. There you go, exploring. Yeah, we'll take that. Right, we should be able to cast the Guideline Station. Only create 2, which is a bit annoying, but let's get down a Reese. And we're not going to block, so we might as well station. But next turn we can get down the Thopterist. What do they get? Buccaneer. Oh, Wily Goblin. Well, we're probably actually just dead. Well, I suppose we have to try and find something. But yeah, that probably doesn't do it, does it? Then being able to get back a 4/4 every turn with haste. Right. You. I think we're still dead, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Annoying. We go first. Well, I do like Wild Weave. We can do turn 1, birds, turn 2, Wild Weave. Assuming the bird survives. Let's get Temple Garden. Now, I assume in our Bird Survive we can Gold Forge Thopteryx. But I think we Fayborough Elder instead. They have a lot of mana already. That does get the cost of their prototype down. You can enter that. And next turn, probably get down Roxanne. Sorry, birds. Well, that is less than ideal. We've got red. We've got recently blue. So a breeding pool. Cyclonic Rift can be useful. Yeah, let's get down Roxanne. If I like a Bloodletter, I won't be happy. One, two, three, four, five, six. We have to Cyclonic Rift next turn. They do get to draw 2. Four, five. I think we can still Cyclonic Rift. Yeah, we'll hold back. What does that commander do? Oh, gets a duplicate. We are at 9, which is low. Well, let's Cyclonic Rift now. Is that creature or spell? Creature. Right. Means we draw a card. Oh no, because it's not a creature, is it? Well, duh. I'm going to put it on a basic land just in case. And we'll swing in. And cast our Thopteryx. Well, we might as well station. And next turn, we draw a lot of cards. We go first. Well, I do like this hand. Let's get a Stomping Grounds. Shock it in. Delighted Halfling. Next turn, we Rafine's Tower. Get out of the Hierarch. And hit him for 1. Oh, hit him for 2, sorry. Exalted for the win. I think we want another blue source. Let's Bloodbraid Elf. I want to hold up a blue. You can have a +1/+1 counter because you already have haste. And next turn, we should be able to Aragorn. They have not ramped, which in a tally over deck, you don't want to take too long getting there. I would really have liked a land. Well, you can have haste. We're going to put away, wash away. You can have +4/+4. And you can have haste as well. It does have Death Touch. Oh, don't mill our planes and our Kami War. Oh, everything going into our graveyard. At least they're not doing that while they've got tally over. I mean, that sucks, but I should have run a 6th first. But it doesn't matter, does it? Let's get a Rockfall Vale. Attacking with our elf. And you've either got millers or killers. And since we have so many cards left, I don't think you're going to be able to millers. Even in 2 turns. Yeah, sometimes Time Warp isn't as powerful as people think it is. I mean, that's still not going to do it. Because we're at 67 cards. Yeah, you're going to mid us for 12. But all we do is crew our guideline station. Yeah, you milled us for 15. Well, yeah. No one lets me attack. We go first. Let's pitch a binding. That way we can glisser. Removal. We will draw a card and lose a life. That's Root Core Creeper and Misty Rainforest because we need other colours. There's Zergo. We need black. Black, green, red. Black, blue, red. Let's go black, green, red. We'll go Command Tower. And let's go Guideline Station. I can't imagine they block. Well, we can Wonder Tower Mentor and Gold Bears next turn. That's a good card. Are they going to crew it or station it and not attack? Or are they going to, yeah, activate their... That's pretty good. Well, let us shock that in. Let's Wonder Tower Mentor. Let's Bury in the Garden. Basic. Get rid of Zergo. Don't scoop. Station you. 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 Oh yeah, I don't want to destroy her. I'm buried in the garden. Well, actually, I should have done it on the Lumen class frigate. Yeah, we managed to draw 6 whole cards.